after a couple videos, 7 figures, $175. Could have been 25 less if we didn't get him. And 1 optic blast later, we are finally ready to complete the set. Going on, ladies and gents, it's your boy marvellegendsbuildafigure. This is FiguresMOAT, and today we will be completing the Build-A-Figure for Marvel's Nemesis. Let's get started. So, in case anybody missed out, there were 6 figures that you had to buy to complete the Figure, and Wolverine wasn't one of them. But each one of the 6 gave you a separate part, whether it be the body, an arm, a helmet. I'm assuming this is a jetpack or something, you know what I'm saying? And all these pieces were to build Nemesis. So for those who don't know, Nemesis is like Apocalypse's son and stuff. There's a whole story about him. He used to be called what? Because he wasn't called Nemesis. He was called something else. I'm trying to think. Onslaught was Magneto and Xavier. I think he was like, not genocide. It was a very bad word, whatever it was, and they can't call him that anymore. So they changed his name to Nemesis. So we're gonna build this thing. And we're gonna do it right now. So you guys can see this is the body and whatnot. There's a plug-in on the front and whatever. There's a couple plugins on the back, legs and head, whatever else. So let's plug in the limbs. So this is the right leg. You can tell because, well, the curvature is inside for right leg. So let's see if we can throw it on. Is it just, no, it doesn't. You gotta push it in. There we go. Yeah, you gotta push that thing in. And so it's very, very solid. Okay, we get a 90 degree. Ooh, we get a lot of knee movement. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna put this other leg in, and you gotta be forceful. Yeah, and when I mean forceful, I mean you'll really, really get in there. Otherwise, it's gonna pop out. So we got the legs in, not too bad. Looks pretty tall too, all things considered. All right, so next we've got the hands, which there's a changeable piece, and I think I dropped it on the floor or whatever else, but we'll find it. And this is the left arm. This is the left arm. And now I'm curious about where that frickin' piece went. But plugs in right here. So again, very stiff to get into. Afraid I'm gonna like break it, you know what I mean? But it's in there snug as a bug. You guys can see the bicep rotates. And then because it's brand new, yeah, it's got a lot of elbow movement. And then the shoulder pad moves as well. But you do get 360. So this is the right arm. The left arm. Let's do there's the other hand. It was under something. And here's the interchangeable hand for it. We might just leave the fist on, I don't know. And then there is the right arm now. Right arm slots in here. For some reason, my hand is super weak today. But there we go. Okay, so we've got that. It's got a blaster on it. At first I thought the arm attachment was for here, and obviously it's not. At least I don't think so. No, this is a left arm. That is a left hand. So yeah. Don't know how I feel about this tube just hanging all willy-nilly. I assume it gets plugged into maybe a jetpack or something like that. Also, we never checked the waist. Now that we can do that, The waist is there. There is no ab crunch, but get rotating on the waist. Let's see. What do we try to plug next? Let's try to plug in this, because these have 2 slots in the back. Okay, there we go, and that's slotted in just fine. Okay, cool. So there's that. I want to know where this hose plugs into. This piece, I'm assuming, goes here, right? If I were a piece, I would plug you in right there. And then I guess these plug into the back. Yeah, that makes sense. my Street Fighter 36 voice. Yeah, that makes sense. And then finally, the helmet, which, if that doesn't go on that way, I don't know what way it's supposed to go on. Come on, think about it. You can see people with this, and there's indicators on the inside. There are tabs, so you guys can see where it's supposed to go. Okay. If only. Let's see. I'm assuming that goes outside or in. But you would think the breather would go in, right? Yeah, that would make more sense. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And now he's in. And all we have is this loose booty too. So, which doesn't even want to play ball. It came off. But I'm assuming the tube goes in one of these, maybe? Bro, I don't know where this tube goes. But it can't be loose. There's one. There's the other. And bang. There you have it. The Marvel Nemesis Build-A-Figure. Here he is in all his glory. All his glory he stands. With the fallen soldiers that have come in his set. But yeah, he's really tall. Without a ruler, I would say he's about 10 inches, you know. I'm actually kind of happy with it, minus the tube part and everything else. It was a journey for us to get here, but this is officially our first Build-A-Figure. So, you know, there's that. But it's going to go on the shelf and get displayed. As far as the other 7, Cyclops is already being displayed. He's already on his nice little pedestal because, look, that optic blast is just, it's great. You know, even now, rotating him up to try to blast Nemesis, you know, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, Cyclops already lives on the shelf, so he will continue to live on the shelf. Wolverine might make the cut. The other ones, I'm not so sure about. But let me know if you guys completed this Build-A-Figure. I'm Mike Waltrade. This is FiguresMOAT. Like, subscribe, share the video, all that jazz. And I look forward to sharing and doing more content with you guys. Deuces, oozes.